back to Do It on a Dime. Today we've got a complete space makeover. I love these. Tons of tricks and lots of motivation. In a recent video, I helped organize a storage closet at Promise Resource Network here in Charlotte, North Carolina. This local nonprofit is a mental health facility and respite center for those in need. They're a survivor-led community that focuses on peer support, and they offer 24/7 support from recovery-centered classes, employment support with houselessness and mental health challenges. It's an honor to help an organization being the hands and feet in our community of people who really need it. And the space that they were working out of did not do justice to the beautiful work that they're doing. So I said I would come and help redo 3 spaces on a dime. These are the 3 rooms that we're going to be redesigning. So the space right now needs a lot of work. This is room A, and it kind of connects to room B through these giant double doors. So for rooms number 1 and 2, they needed to have a community collaborative space that was flexible. So people who were working only a few days a week could still come in and use this space, but they could move the tables around. They're doing this often. And we wanted it to be a place where people could lounge and talk and make plans. In its current state, it looked dated, it lacked vision, and it just felt super office-y. Room number 3 is the conference room. This initially was the music room, but they're actually moving that downstairs, and this has to be a place when people come from different places or other cities that they have a great spot that together they can collaborate. I don't care if you've just come out of a really challenging situation. To be able to walk into a space and say, wow, this feels inviting and beautiful, everybody deserves to have that dignity. So I wanted to stay true to the 1920s space and make this beautiful for everyone who was using it, whether they were on staff or one of the peers that PRN serves. And the first step was laying an amazing foundation. And so I grabbed some images to create mood boards of things that looked really beautiful. I knew I wanted to incorporate lots of natural elements as well as warm leather colors. My next step was to go through and select a color palette. Whenever I'm working with a space, especially when I want to look cohesive, you want to choose a main color and then 2 to 3 accent colors that we can carry throughout the space. So once we selected the colors, they had some new floors installed, and these are the same floors that they had installed downstairs, so we carried those up, and that's going to help connect all of the rooms and make it feel nice and cohesive. An area rug was the way to go in room 1. I just got it on Wayfair. This is a great spot to shop because they're really quality and they're cheap. The next thing that we did was a little bit surprising, but I was searching on Amazon and saw that they had drop ceiling tiles that could be inserted over top of the existing ceiling tiles. And I knew that something like this would make such an amazing impact in the space. These are lightweight, waterproof, flexible, and pretty easy to install. So the secret trick, if you've got a drop ceiling in any spot of your house, we trimmed the corners just a little bit, and then you want to grab a tool to just lay this right over the ceiling tile. We didn't take these down because this is an old home and we needed to keep the rooms heated and cooled properly in all seasons. These trim very easily with a pair of scissors as well for the smaller tiles on the side. A bit of liquid nails or caulk helps it stay on the ceiling in a more permanent way. This is the type of touch that makes a huge difference. What do you think? And we had used before peel and stick wallpaper in a previous video. Art gets really expensive, so this was the perfect way to add an accent wall and save a lot along the way.
We messed up, okay, girls? So basically, this was supposed to be over there. I'm gonna take this off. Oh, it does come off. This is good to know. Actually, fairly easily.
Oh, good.
This stuff is so forgiving. If you make a mistake, you can peel it back and try again. I'm going to link this company down below. I am not sponsored, but this comes to you in multiple sheets. And all you have to do is measure the height and the length of the wall, and they'll ship it to you in various pieces, and you can install it by matching up the patterns. It's pretty easy once you get started. The best way to install peel and stick wallpaper is to start at one end and align it with the side wall. I like to work from the center at the top outward and then slowly work my way down, pressing out. Make sure you have a credit card or a proper application tool so you can go over this so it's going to adhere to the wall. And we did make some mistakes along the way. I feel like that just has to happen with any renovation. Honestly, I am so grateful that I get to work with my best friend, Leslie. She is also my co-producer, and truly most people who are married probably want to get divorced after they do home projects. And I always joke with her that she and I are literally doing a constant renovation and she's still my best friend. Shout out to Leslie in the comments below.
Oh my gosh, the stuff has started to arrive.
This is so much stuff.
These are the desks though. Like the desks are here. Oh my God, look at it. Oh, these are like the big, really wheelie chairs from Amazon.
Yes.
This is gonna look really cool.
This was a beautiful exercise in many hands make light work. I don't know about you, but have you ever redone a space, especially one that you're doing on a budget, and all this stuff comes and you're like, is this going to come together? How is it going to look? But everybody pitched in to put together furniture, and Leslie ended up selling a lot of the items on Facebook Marketplace to make up for some of the money we were spending on furniture, which really helped with the budget. Let's talk about furniture because you've got to know about this table. This was the anchor point of this design, and I called it the PRN table. I found this on Home Depot's website and it was only $109, which is insanely cheap. I love this table not only because it had a top that would work really well for crafting or a workspace or literally like whatever they needed. It also had kind of that rustic industrial look that they were going for. And not only that, it was on wheels. So that means that they could really easily move the tables around, which was one of their biggest problems before. Given the hardwoods, we could do this really easily. One of my favorite places to find desk chairs is actually Amazon. I'm a huge believer in Amazon reviews. So if you're shopping for a new desk chair, I'm gonna link some of my favorites down below. They are all affordable. I picked a couple. One that you could sit in crisscross applesauce, which like, please, that one is so cool. The next one had some arms for the workspace because a lot of people appreciate that. And then the final one is actually my favorite. It doesn't have arms, but this is literally the most comfortable chair. Like if I could recommend any office chair, it would be this one. And again, it's crazy affordable. I love Amazon so much for furniture. Definitely check it out if you're in the market. The reviews are just so spot on. I found chairs for less than $300. You got two in a faux leather. I love the mid-century modern look. And then we were running out of money, definitely running out of money. So we had to make this really easy. I actually grabbed some art from my house. This was art that I used to have in my office. I moved it out and I brought it to PRN. I even grabbed a little topiary tree that I decluttered. I just cut it down. I mean, just call me Edward Scissorhands, you know?
Oh, yes. Oh, if only you could shape it like a squirrel.
Oh, we got like influx situation. This table is leaving, but all the chairs have come. But we're having a little bit of electrical issues because this is a really old house. I'm so excited with how room 3 is coming out. So we put these ceiling tiles up and then got paint to match the girders just to give it a really nice cohesive look. And of course, as these things go, it requires more taping. So we're just gonna take this tape down. This is so satisfying taking off painter's tape, you know? With a little bit of money and a little bit of time, check out how this space turned out. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. Welcome to the reimagined PRN space. This is room number 1, and literally we were all about solving problems, and the budget for this was very small. We wanted to stay true to this 1920s historic home. But what we really wanted to happen in this space was create a place where people could come and sit and talk, and the 4 of these together make a really good conversation area. We left this board up here so everybody can plan, and I am obsessed with these little side tables and this chair. This came from the store at home. It was literally so affordable, but the super cool thing is these can be moved. Slide this chair right down. The biggest thing is when you're redoing a space, if you can pick one type of element that is cohesive in all of the rooms, that makes it super modular and interchangeable, and comfortably enjoy this beautiful room 1. Coming from room number 1, now we're into room number 2, and this now finally feels like one big space. And again, we have this amazing table that is nice and modular. This can be moved to any configuration in this room, and this is a collaborative workspace. This light fixture just makes the space so beautiful, and we were really simple with all of the artwork, just because when a lot of people are in a space, it can feel really crowded, and we want it to feel open and airy. Welcome to room number 3. I think this is my favorite of all the rooms, the conference center. I absolutely love this wallpaper. I think it's my favorite one. We're calling this room Alchemy, just because of how beautiful this is. It looks a bit like chemistry. It's really evocative of self-development and self-growth. I love it. I also love above the fireplace the beautiful butterflies that we put up and that lovely mystic purple. It looks amazing. And of course, we have the PRN table that's modular, so this space can be anything at any time, and these tables can be rearranged to your heart's content. I adore the Amazon corner chairs. This space is awesome and ready for a conference. Lots of imagination and creative thinking can happen here. Change is such a beautiful thing, isn't it? If you would like to contribute to the amazing mission of PRN, I'll be sure to leave links down below. There's a very special reason I say you are enough at the end of my videos, because I truly mean it. No matter where you are, what you've been through, or where you're going, I want you to know that you are enough. I'll catch you guys in the next one.